Hey, everybody. Welcome to day 311 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It is Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. So hopefully your taxes are filed or you have an extension. Just your little reminder, not that you need it. We met our sales goal today, finally. Yes, a sales goal day. Now, true story. I just finished shipping because I knew that we weren't going to meet it if I didn't ship every last little thing in the queue. And that finally got us there. All right. But it was worth it. Yeah. It was worth that little extra effort. Um, I did have a large item to ship today. I know I said last week I was going to go through and take shipping off the larger, difficult to ship items. However, I did not do that. And another one sold today. It was actually my parents. It was hanging in their house. It was like one of those 1980s Tiffany style chandelier lamps that hung over our kitchen table, like brown and cream, typical 80s kind of look. And yeah, so that was a pain. Not only did I have to go up into the attic to retrieve it and I couldn't find where it was, but then I had to pack it and ship it and it took way too long. All right, but that's done. See, that's the lesson I keep learning over and over. Maybe this time I'll do something about it. Maybe I'll find the time to do that. We'll see. I am reset to zero. My reset to zero looks a little different because I'm mid-process of doing a jewelry lot and it is on my desk. It is lined up to measure. It's all photographed. So it is staying here until the morning when I start listing it, if there's not too much shipping. Yeah, so today we released an episode on reseller distractions. Oh, yes. Oh, and it was a fun one to record. Yes, it was. I'm going to link it up in the show notes and at the end of this video. We recorded this on Monday, and the footage you will see in the beginning of the episode is actually what was happening. Yes, there are a lot of distractions, and I have been particularly distracted lately. And having a hard time doing away with the distractions. I think it happens quite sneakily, right? Like when you do the same thing day in and day out, and then you get like a text from a friend, and then you answer that. And I just got away from the time blocking and the strictness of that because I was trying something new. Well, here's the results of that. It didn't work. I'm super distracted and I need to get back into time blocks and having a focused time period. We chatted about this in Mastermind and everybody was super helpful today. They reminded me maybe to have shorter time blocks. So instead of my 50 minutes time blocks, I'm going to do starting tomorrow, I'm going to schedule 25-minute time blocks with a 5-minute break after that and build my way back up to 50-minute time blocks. Cause I know I can at least focus for 25 minutes. I could put my phone away. I cannot answer a text or phone call or any other thing or an email or whatever else comes my way short of an emergency. And I'm going to do that. And also I need to do something fun at the end of my time block. And I just got my bike tuned up. So I have been dying to take it out for a spin, just like a mile. Like I could do a quick, like 5-10 minute bike ride, no problem around here. So I think that is what I'm going to do as my reward, which I was going to do today. However, the weather was insane here. We had a hailstorm and there was so much that it just covered the ground and it looks like it snowed out. It was crazy. Lightning, thunder, hail, winds. Yeah, it was wild. I've never been quite in a storm like that. But anyway, all right. So those are my tips and tricks for dealing with my distractions and how I'm going to get back on track to be able to, because I am hitting my goals, but it should be taking me a lot less time, and it will without the distractions. So this episode was kind of the reminder I needed. Like, let's get focused. Let's get in there now. And I also did something in the episode that I'm really not proud of. I blamed Molly for multitasking during some of our meetings and saying that causes me to get distracted. Now, it does cause me to get distracted. However, the blame is not on her and what she's doing. She's doing an awesome job. She was doing what she needed to do. She just works differently than I do. And yeah, I didn't even realize I did that in the episode, but you know how we feel about blame, right? It takes away personal responsibility and it gives the other person the power. And so yeah, calling myself out on the whole blame game there. That was not cool, and that was totally not taking responsibility for my actions and blaming someone else. Ouch. Yeah. So I'm glad that was recorded so I could really hear myself and what I was doing, because that just really wasn't great. No, little revelation there. So what are your distractions? The phone and phone calls and texts are a huge one for me. The whole dating app I joined, a huge one for me. I had to get off that because I just it's like social media. I just can't deal with the distraction right now. And there's other reasons as well, but just not great. All right. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Think about your distractions. If you have been unfocused like me and you're doing the same thing and these little things start to creep in and all of a sudden you find yourself unfocused, think about some things that'll help get you back on track. Maybe what I'm doing is something that might work for you. Maybe you have other tips and tricks, but know that focus is key, because we want to be done at work with a reasonable hour. Like, I don't want to be working until 9, 10 at night. I don't even want to be working until 7 at night. Yeah, I don't know about you, but all right, everybody, have a great undistracted night, and I will see you on day 312 of Reseller Reflections. Night night.